G'day guys. Reddit user Manster recently showed off a pretty cool test suite that came with our R46H. Manster also did a full write-up of the R46H over on the R36S wiki. If you haven't seen the wiki before, it's definitely worth checking out. It has pretty much everything you'd ever need to know about the R36S or similar handhelds. If we scroll down a little bit, they have an entry for the Game Console Factory Test Suite. They mention that it partially works on the R36S after installing a few packages. Since someone in the comments on the Reddit post actually uploaded all of the files, today I thought we would try and get it fully working on our R36S. So thank you FAR Assignment 2105 for uploading this. Click on the Google Drive link and there's two files inside. We'll download both of them. Click download anyway. Now it's finished downloading, we'll close off Chrome and open up our downloads folder. So inside we have our R46H zip file. We just want to extract it. We'll open up the folder and we have two files inside. We have the Game Console Factory test file itself, as well as a bash script which runs it. Let's take a quick look at the bash script. Just right click on it, we'll click open with, and since it is plain text, we'll use Notepad. So there's a few things we want to change in here. First of all, we want to change the Qt scale factor from 1.5 to 1. I found 1 to be the sweet spot for our R36S. We'll leave the config file the same. We'll leave the gamepad config the same as well. But at the very end, where it says /user/bin/game console factory test, we want to change that to ROMs and tools, since we will be copying both of these files to the tools folder on our fresh install of ArcOS. So we'll save that, Control S, and we can close it. I'll just insert my SD card from my R36S. I have already done a fresh install of ArcOS onto it. If you're wanting to try this yourself at home, I wouldn't recommend installing all of these packages onto your main ArcOS install, just in case something breaks. Instead, I would recommend using a spare SD card just for this. So with our SD card inserted, we want to copy both files, highlight them, Control C, go to Easy ROMs, go to our tools folder, and we'll paste it in here. That's pretty much it. We'll safely eject the SD card and move over to our handheld. We're back on our R36S, and before we install any packages, let's take a look and see if the Game Console Test Suite runs out of the box. So we'll go to Options, go down to Tools, and we want to run Game Console Factory Test Suite. So unsurprisingly, it didn't run. That's because we are missing a load of dependencies. So to install them, we will need internet access on our R36S. I'll just be using a wireless USB adapter. So there's a few different ways we can install everything on our handheld. We can either enable remote services and connect to our handheld from our Windows PC using PuTTY, or we could use a USB hub and connect a USB keyboard to our handheld itself and do everything on here. To make everything easier to see, I think I will do it remotely on my Windows PC. So first of all, we have to connect to our Wi-Fi. Under Options, go to the very bottom, Wi-Fi. Connect to new Wi-Fi network. There we go. So now it's connected. We'll quit out of this. And we want to go up to enable remote services. It should tell us our IP on the screen. We do need to know this. So mine's 192.168.1.106. And that should be it for the handheld. We'll put it aside with our wireless still connected, and we'll go back over to our Windows PC. We're back on our Windows 11 laptop, and to remote into our handheld, so we'll need an SSH client. I like to use PuTTY for Windows. We'll scroll down a little bit, and I'll just grab the portable version, putty.exe. Once it's finished downloading, we can open up PuTTY and close off Chrome. So where it says hostname or IP address, we put our handheld's IP address in. For me, it was 192.168.1.106. We'll leave everything else as default, and we will click open. We'll accept the key, and we want to log in as ARK, and the password is ARK again. We'll go full screen. So the first thing we want to do is an apt-get update, so sudo apt-get update. Once that's finished, we want to paste our install script. I will put this down in the description below, so you can copy and paste it yourself. To paste into PuTTY, you just right-click. So basically, we're just telling it to install without asking, which is the -y, all of these packages. There are quite a few, but majority of them are for the Qt framework. So just press enter. You can see some of them are already installed. That's fine. So now everything's finished installing. That's pretty much it. We'll move back over to our handheld and see if the test suite now works. We're back on our handheld, and now we've finished installing everything. We can unplug the wireless adapter since we no longer need it. And we'll go back up to Tools and try and run Game Console Factory Test Suite once more. Got a black screen. There we go, success. I'll zoom in on the screen to make it a little bit easier to see. So unfortunately, we weren't able to get the device model or the processor to show up. That's because we are missing one package, libqt5 systeminfo5. Unfortunately, it just wasn't available in any of the default repositories, and I didn't really bother trying to install it manually, since we already know it's the R36S, and it's using the RK3326 SoC. It also tells us our total RAM, so 0.9 gig, just under 1 gig, and it detected our SD card in slot 1, which is obviously what we're booting from, and slot 2 is empty. If we press R1, goes to the next page, tells us about our battery, our status is good, it's not charging, but it also tells us the current battery voltage and the discharge current. That is pretty interesting. Go to the next page, a built-in control test. So left joystick, right joystick, press them in, A, B, X, Y. If everything works, it should say all buttons tested. To go to the next page, we do have to hold select and press R1. There we go. So now we've got the screen test. We can cycle through colors. So we've got red, green, blue, white, pure black, a gray gradient, a colorful grid, RGB stripes, checkerboard, and color circles. You can obviously go back through them if you wanted to. Go to the next page, backlight test. So pressing left and right increases and decreases the backlight. Pretty handy. We'll leave it on 5. I'm curious to see if it saves the settings. So if we go up to 10 and go next page, it did save it. So we'll go back, we'll just set it back to 5. Next is the speaker test. We press start. And it plays some music. You can obviously change the volume as well. Nice and easy. Go next one. So now we've got an aging test. We can set the brightness for the test and the volume and how long we want to run it for in hours. So by default, it's set to 144 hours. So if we press start, it should start playing a video with some audio. The video does just keep looping. It does seem to run pretty poorly. I'm not sure if it's streaming video or if it's trying to draw it pixel by pixel, but the video was pretty laggy as you could see. And that's the end of the tests. You can press select to restart it, which takes you back to the start obviously, or you could have pressed start to quit. Overall, this is a pretty awesome test suite, and it does seem to be way too polished to be an in-house one. I still don't think this was created by the R46H devs, and instead was ripped from something else. During the aging test video, there was a Raspberry Pi logo, so I'm wondering if this was originally from a Raspberry Pi based system. For most people, this probably wouldn't be that useful, but if you've just purchased a stack of handhelds, and you want to test them all really quickly, before giving them out to friends or selling them on, then it might be worth keeping a spare SD card around with this installed to it. Once again, a huge thank you to Manster for writing the in-depth R46H entry over on the R36S wiki. I think that'll do it for today. If you have any questions or comments, let me know down below. Otherwise, thanks for watching.